Hey everyone, it's really crappy out, kind of raining up here in New York right now, but we're getting closer to spring. It's been 4 years doing this farm, and we're getting so close to making something happen. So, anyone that wants to get into farming, just remember, it takes a long time to get one moving. It's not like we're manufacturing a part. There are animals here. You have to grow things in the fields and start making money doing that. So it's very tough. And for a small farm like mine, you have to find your way. As much as people always talk about these big farms, these corporate farms, but to be honest with you, that's just the way it is. I mean, not everybody can have a farm now. There's so many people in the world. So these farms just grew. And they have to grow because if you think just 40 years ago, there were a lot more dairy farms. But in order to stay in business, you'll always have to change things. You have to grow. And businesses have to grow, like the people who pick up the milk. So it's just that way. Things evolve. So the farms are bigger now. They're 2,000-3,000 acres here in New York. Milking 5 to 2,000 cows every day, which is okay. But for the small farm, you can still do it, like me. You just have to find ways to do it. It's just not easy. You just have to work, and you have to work hard at it. And I like farming. I love farming. There are a lot of people out there now who don't want farms because they believe that farms are actually hurting the environment. Well, they're not. Anyway, I wanted to say, too, that 97% of all farms are still family-owned businesses. And you can just look that up if you want. But that's the truth. A lot of you out there watching news, you'll see where, I forgot his name, some actor in Hollywood, he's promoting where we should, stop eating meat, be a vegan, destroy these farms. That's really extreme. You just have to fight that kind of person. Because in reality, the vegan says, okay, eat vegetables. And let the animals go free. For one thing, people need meat. I mean, really, to sustain life, you have to have that, I think, personally. The other thing is, some of their ideas, okay, you want to be a vegetarian. Well, that's great. You think about what happens to the animals. So I started researching. Their idea is to, the ones that can go back into the wild, let them be wild again. That's a whole nother story. And for the other ones, they would just let them die. Round them up, they said. Put them in sanctuaries. And then let them become extinct. Because they said that these animals will eat so much plantation that, then the human can't survive, because there would be so many animals that they would be eating all the vegetation. So think about that. Let these animals become extinct. So you're just going to round them up and let them die, so you as a vegan can survive. So while these farms are having all these animals, and we manage them very well, we don't hurt them. Now there's people out there say otherwise, but I don't hurt my animals. I know the neighbor farms, and this farm I'm going to talk about, they have good lives, and they're meant for you and me to enjoy, and then eventually, yes, we eat them. But you would rather, as a vegan, let these animals just die so that you can have their food. That's very selfish of you to think that way as a vegan. On the other side of it, you have the animals that they're going to let run wild. Deer, they're wild animals. There's going to be other animals out there that are eating vegetation. And eventually, these animals will really just overrun everything. Okay? I mean, there's a lot of deer, for example. Okay, now there's just hundreds of them near your home. Okay, the wolves are wild. They're going to start eating this deer. There's deer out there eating your vegetation. And soon you're going to say, well, gee, there's so many deer out here, and the wolves are eating them. Well, guess what? We don't kill them anymore. So there you go. Now you've killed off all the domestic kind of animals, and you're letting all the other ones run wild. So there's just gaining population, and they will overrun everything. So how cruel is that? You're going to let these wild animals kill each other, but it's okay. But they'll just overrun your yard and everything else that's in their way, because that's what they're going to do. That's what they do. They're animals, and that's what they all do. So there's hunters for those. And then for the other ones, we treat them very well, and their food. We don't just let them die like you want them to do, so that you can have their food. It's very selfish of a vegan to say that. Very selfish. So, you can be a vegan. It's fine. But there are people out here who actually enjoy, having a meat. And they like a glass of milk. And they want cheese. That's how it is in farming. We have to supply food, whether it be for you vegetarians or a meat eater. Let it be. Because what you're thinking about is cruel. It's more cruel than having a farm, if you think that what being cruel. Cows are being bred, and then we milk them, and we take their calves and stuff. Well, these calves are enjoying their life here way better than if they were just being run down out here or herded up and let to die. Cruel. Either way, it's cruel. But society is us. We're a society, and we try to manage it. So you gotta let it be, because that's the way it is. There's no other way, because animals are here too. And if you think you can round up all the animals and then just let them die, it's cruel. It's inhumane. There's a YouTube video, or YouTube channel. It's called New York Farm Girls. Look it up. They're my neighbors. Very popular. They'll explain a lot of things that I can't. Look them up. They fight for farms. I'll tell you how real it is. and how these people out here are trying to just take over and destroy things that we know to be, in my view, they're put on this earth for us. They're put on this earth for us, whether it be a vegetable or an animal that we have here, enjoying their lives out here in my farm out here, out through that door right there. There's a lot of animals, and we take care of them. In turn, they take care of us. Some of my my videos are going to be this, because I'm very passionate about it. I'm very passionate about it. You want to attack me? Go ahead. I'm here. But I will also talk about what I'm doing here on this farm, show you what's happening, how a small farm can survive in this world, this environment that we have, and be successful. Innovations that me, George, has, that I can do for this farm, this old building, this old 200-year-old farm building, that I will make happen. And how well kept my animals are. Anyway, I'm looking forward to doing more videos, and I'm looking forward to showing you how little farms can survive. I'll catch up with you.